if you weren't very popular backstage beforehand, before all this, I think it'd be a lot of, even more unpopular after this. Okay, Patrick Moore just solidified the fact that he's a real POS. Chris ACETO, his once again former prep coach, he not only threw Chris under the bus, after the bus ran him over, he picked him up, carried him over the railroad tracks, dumped him on the tracks, and just left him there. Patrick placed next to last in this recent Arnold Classic. Put the blame totally on Chris ACETO. Backstage, he was ranting about how Chris ACETO screwed him. He wasn't coming to see him in those last few days before I stepped on stage, and it was the biggest mistake going back to Chris ACETO. Now, before I get into Chris's response to that, Patrick, you forget very quickly. It was weeks ago, maybe 6, 7 weeks ago, when you had that fight at the gym where you were training and where you were training your clients. That fight ensued because you screwed the gym owner out of $900, 3 months of fees for using his gym to train your clients to make your money. Please recall, I don't think any legal proceedings have followed. I think that just blew over, but who knows what might happen down the line, because when the police were there, you said that this guy is selling illegal substances. He's selling steroids on the side of his gym business. Well, actually, he has a rejuvenation clinic at the gym, but you were referring to anabolics that are not prescribed at a rejuvenation clinic. That was a really bitch move. You were a prick for not paying a guy the money you were supposed to pay him for the use of his facility where you were earning money. Chris ACETO was one of very, very few people who took your side. He went to bat for you. He actually took some shit for defending you. Okay? Now you go and you pull this. That's a really fucked up move. Now, as far as Chris's response, now Chris, granted, he's not at every show that his clients compete at, but when he's at shows that his clients compete at, and he had numerous clients in this show, and a lot of times he has numerous clients. He is like nonstop. I don't even know if the guy sleeps, because he's spending time going from one client to the next to work things out. Quite often, his clients are in the same hotel on purpose so he can be close to everybody. And there have been times when they were all in the same room, or not in the same room, on the same floor. According to Chris, when he first got there, he saw you a couple times, but after that, you weren't at the same hotel and you weren't very accessible. Chris, on his end of it, says you made it very difficult for him to meet up with you to assess things to make the proper adjustments. Now, if I have to make a decision on whose words are more credible, carry more weight, who are more likely to believe, it would have to be Chris ACETO. From what I hear, you're not a very popular person backstage to begin with. And I'm going before this show. In general, you're not a very popular person. The recent incident with this gym owner and then ratting him, ratting him that he's selling these illegal substances. And I don't know that he is. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. And if he isn't, actually makes it even worse than just saying that shit. Well, I don't know if it makes it worse, but either way, it's fucked up. And you know what? It's probably, if he is selling substances that you don't sell at a rejuvenation clinic, and you were working at the gym, a member at the gym, you trained there, you prepped there, you made your money there, there's a good chance that you were also buying substances from this guy at times. Between that and this most recent thing with Chris ACETO, if you weren't very popular backstage beforehand, before all this, I think you're going to be a lot even more unpopular after this. I mean, you showed your true colors. That's about all I have to say about this. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said, either way, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.